I hope you're able to take notes really fast because I'm going to give you such a flood of information today your head's going to spin. Today's subject is testosterone. It's important for bone density, positive mood, sex drive, maximum muscle and strength, but also disease and cancer prevention in both sexes. It's really important. So pay attention, women, also. And no, you will not get hair on your chest and a deeper voice and big muscles if you do what I say. This is important. It's general health stuff, but it affects men especially. When you're younger in your 20s, a normal testosterone level for men is between 600 and 1,000. 400 when you're around age 50, and then when you're in old age, it drops to around 300. I was tested recently. I'm at 600. It shocked my urologist, but then again, I don't drink beer, eat pizza, or smoke weed, so I'm not actually a normal person, I guess. But anyway, so that's good. Anyway, testosterone levels don't really mean that much. For example, a level may read 500, but most of it may not be free testosterone. Some people convert testosterone into estrogen too efficiently. So it's not all about the numbers. It's not all about don't obsess on numbers. So many things affect testosterone: stress, nutrition, diet, lack of exercise, relationships, poor sleep, alcohol, marijuana. Your mental state affects hormones. Statins lower testosterone. Starch and sugar raises insulin, which affects testosterone. Signs of low testosterone are you're tired a lot, you got belly fat, low sex drive, erectile dysfunction, man boobs, depression. And you need healthy fats and cholesterol. Testosterone needs healthy fats and cholesterol to produce. So these people that have low fat diets or no fat diets, they probably don't have any testosterone. And stress creates cortisol. Cortisol requires cholesterol, which robs cholesterol from testosterone. Belly fat, too much estrogen. By being overweight, excess estrogen in belly fat, which drives up sex hormone binding globulin, which binds free testosterone, resulting in low T. Working too hard, not sleeping enough. Low testosterone is not just a matter of simply taking testosterone shots. You need to balance all your hormones. You need to be healthy. You need to do the right things. Alcohol increases estrogen. Strength training builds muscle, which builds testosterone. Meditation lowers cortisol. Cortisol is a testosterone killer. Notice how I always have great sex when you're on vacation? Because you're finally taking it easy. You're sleeping more. There's no stress. Testosterone shots, creams, and pills are not the answer. Those are called exogenous testosterone. You get it from the outside instead of from the inside. They're not the answer because your body stops producing its own and says, well, I don't have to make any more. You're giving it to me. Okay, well, what happens then? Your testicles shrink down to nothing. TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, just like hormone replacement therapy, HRT, can accelerate prostate cancer, heart disease, high cholesterol, and worst of all, it increases DHT, which means no hair. So you got to wear the baseball cap. Yeah, well, jeez. Anyway, building muscle and exercise are so important. Adaptogens, those are herbs that are great for adrenals, which help control your stress. My A-Tree formula has the strongest adaptogens in the world. If you're low in testosterone, you're probably high in estrogen. Estrogen is an anabolic hormone, meaning it makes things grow, including prostate and prostate cancer. In females, too much estrogen makes things grow like fibroids and tumors and stuff like that. The prostate has receptors that get stimulated by estrogen that can make things grow. So like people who eat a lot of beef, dairy, cows are injected with estrogen to make them grow, which makes the prostate grow. Adrenal glands can make estrogen. Fat can make estrogen. Testosterone can convert to estrogen, and one big reason is body fat, because fat contains an enzyme called adipose, which converts testosterone into estrogen. So fat people have a lot of estrogen and low testosterone. So fat kills testosterone and promotes estrogen, while muscle kills estrogen and promotes testosterone. You must work out. You can't just take stuff. You can't just take shots and creams and stuff like that. There are no shortcuts. Normalize estrogen by losing weight. That's your, I mean, it's so easy. It's so simple, right? Anyway, stop carbs and alcohol. Stop eating late. Don't go to sleep early, like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. What you eat is just as important as what you don't eat, because food controls your hormones. Let me say that again. Your food controls your hormones. Insulin is a hormone that promotes lipogenesis, the creation of fat. Insulin also blocks lipase, which breaks down fat And this was not designed to be a bad thing, but like many things in the modern world, this energy storage feature has been abused. Modern world, not good in many ways. I do like air conditioning though. Anyway, soluble fiber, chia. More fiber equals less estrogen. Cruciferous vegetables, they inhibit the aromatase enzyme. Man boobs means too much estrogen. Start moving your body. Stop eating junk. And eat lots of cruciferous vegetables, which helps stop fat from forming and allows the liver to process estrogen better. So kale, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, radish, arugula. I make lots of arugula salads, kale salads, and check out my spicy Thai cabbage recipe. That is so good. Cabbage is not boring. Maca root is in the cruciferous family. It's also in the Man-Force formula. Stinging nettle is also in there, which helps curb estrogen and is also anti-inflammatory and a DHT blocker. So it helps with hair loss. It's also in Man-Force and the prostate formula. That's just a great thing to have all around for everything. Seaweed helps reduce estrogen. And yes, that includes sea moss. Intermittent fasting helps. Try to eat within a 6 to 8 hour window and stop snacking between meals and stop eating around 7 p.m. So that's like 3 hours before bed. Avoid dairy. Comes from a pregnant cow. Lots of estrogen. Avoid it unless you want prostate cancer, estrogen, and diabetes. That means cheese, milk, cream cheese, creamy white salad dressing, pizza, the stuff that you love. Vegetable oils, really bad. There's good oils and bad oils. The good oils promote testosterone, bad oils take away testosterone. So that means salad dressings usually contain omega-6 fatty acids, which are highly inflammatory. So avoid anything with corn oil, canola, cottonseed, soybean, safflower, sunflower, grapeseed, all the stuff you always see in the ingredients. You want muscles to grow, but not cancer. So stop the stuff that feeds cancer, like sugar, bread, wheat, corn, pasta, anything baked in an oven. So reduce your estrogen, reduce your aromatase, reduce sugar/insulin. Marijuana weakens muscles and breaks them down. Muscle growth equals CB1 not being activated. Smoking weed means CB1 is activated. After smoking, testosterone levels decrease and cortisol levels increase. Cold, really important. Cold, cold, cold. The body needs to use calories to keep you warm. Shivering requires calories. So cold exposure, cold showers, ice baths activates brown fat so your thermostat when you're sleeping at night should be around 66 if possible. And don't wear warm clothes or have lots of blankets because that kind of defeats the purpose. You need to actually be cold and staying warm burns fat and calories. So try to go for a 5-minute cold shower every day, at least. I do 3 of them, 3 or 4 a day, cold showers, 5 minutes. Ice baths, ketones, using fat for energy. And we've known this for the last 40 years, that one of the fastest ways to produce ketones is acute cold exposure. So sit in an ice tub for 10 to 15 minutes. Take cold showers multiple times every day and watch the miraculous anabolic hormonal benefits amaze you. You will be amazed. You'll be shocked the difference you feel. It seems to work best before exercise. I know it's counterintuitive, not after. So use exercise to recover from cold exposure instead of cold exposure to recover from exercise. Magnesium. Magnesium. That's so one of the most important things of all. Magnesium and zinc. Magnesium reduces cortisol, which reduces fat. It also lowers stress. Magnesium equals more testosterone. It binds to sex hormone binding globulin, which releases more testosterone. Forget magnesium pills. Take just a whole heaping tablespoon of this stuff of magnesium powder in water at night, and if you can handle it, another spoonful in the morning. Your body cannot synthesize hormones without vitamin D, aka sunlight. You need sunlight and sleep. Those are the 2 most important things, and they're so simple and they're free. Sunlight and sleep. Number 1, the most important thing is 3. Get sunlight, sleep. What's the most important one of all? Number 3, stress. Stop the stress because cortisone kills testosterone. And that includes too much heavy cardio, like running and jogging and stuff like that. Kills testosterone because it wears you out. Too much cortisol. And of course, diet is really important. Testosterone requires fat and cholesterol to be made. So there's good fats and bad fats. Good fats, 20 to 25% of total calories of your daily diet should be fats. So 60 grams, roughly around there, per day. Protein, you can't get it without protein. So 1 gram of protein for every pound of body fat. So if you're 170 pounds, you need 170 grams of protein per day. Carbs, maybe around 350 grams. People talk about yohimbe a lot. Yohimbe seems to only work when you're in a fasted state, and otherwise it's useless. Forget arginine. Take citrulline because it's a arginine precursor, and it works better when the body can convert it into arginine by itself. Nutritional yeast, got to have that. It's just what a difference nutritional yeast can make. Not just for the protein, but also the energy from the B vitamins. It's just got so many good things. Just put nutritional yeast on everything in your salad, stuff like that. It tastes like cheese. I have a lot of cheesy recipes. Protein, obviously, protein powder, of course. Cinnamon, take cinnamon with anything sweet because it helps curb the sugar spike. Niacin might help because it's a vasodilator. But don't use sustained release or no flush niacin because it may cause liver toxicity, and it really doesn't show any benefits that are beneficial. So just straight niacin. Zinc. Other than magnesium, zinc I think is the second most important, or even the most important one, because zinc is an aromatase inhibitor. Aromatase converts testosterone to estrogen, and zinc helps inhibit that. Again, sleep is so important. I mean, you don't get testosterone if you don't get enough sleep. Bodybuilders, one of the most important things they do, it's not the working out, it's the sleeping. And you need sun. You need your vitamin D. Now, fat is one of the biggest killers of testosterone, so you got to burn fat. So what's the biggest fat burner of all? The biggest fat burner of all is, I know some of you don't want to hear this, muscle. Because muscle burns fat. It uses it as a fuel source, and the bigger the muscle, the more fat is burned. What's the biggest muscle in your body? Your legs. So squats. Do a lot of squats, a lot of lifting with your legs. Muscle is the biggest driver of resting metabolic rate. In other words, your metabolism goes up even after you stop working out. Your muscles are so important. As people age, they lose muscle, which means metabolism slows down. You wonder why you're getting slower metabolism as you're aging? Well, you're probably not working out. Your muscles are probably just shriveling up. Muscles require stem cells to grow. Stem cells decrease as people age. Fasting increases stem cells, and autophagy is really important for that. Autophagy is when old wasteful parts break down and is recycled to build and feed thriving new parts. And most people have too much garbage in their body, which makes it really hard to recycle, but fasting allows autophagy recycling to increase. Muscles build better when working in a fasted state because you synthesize more protein even if you have half the energy. So you don't have to eat before you go to the gym or work out. Don't fast every day all the time. Otherwise, your thyroid will slow down so much that when you do eat, your thyroid is so slow, your metabolism will not burn the food. Intermittent fasting is okay, but don't do lots of long fasts all the time. Like do it maybe three days a week. Why should you weight train while fasting? Well, use it or lose it. I mean, if you don't use your muscles, your body will use protein for fuel, and your muscles are protein. Working out will help retain muscle while burning fat while fasting. A little bit of sea salt's good for that, for your electrolytes during fasting. After working out, when you're eating, eat foods high in omega-3. Flax, chia, seafood, sea buckthorn, which is in my vitamin C. DHA can increase your muscle protein synthesis by up to 50%, believe it or not. So it's so important. Omega-3s, not the omega-6s, those are the bad ones. Leptin, not lectins, leptin revs up metabolism and helps muscles grow. And muscles are the biggest fat burners, like I said, in the body. Leptin is not in any food. It's not something you can eat. It's a hormone that the body produces when you have a healthy, balanced diet and do regular exercise. Again, there's no shortcuts. A poor diet or extra weight can make leptin less effective, a condition known as leptin resistance. Boron, really important. Boron, 5 milligrams, don't go over 10 a day, brings out free testosterone. Boron is just one step below zinc in importance. It helps bring out free testosterone androgens to balance estrogen. Apple cider vinegar suppresses appetite and kickstarts metabolism. I put it every day. I have apple cider vinegar on everything. It helps digestion. It burns visceral fat, which is the dangerous fat around your organs. Green tea has catechins, which burns fat. Of course, you burn fat when you're sleeping. People who eat whatever they want, but still stay thin, means your thyroid's good. I mean, your thyroid is active. It's working really good. But our thyroid requires iodine, and that's CMOS. It's in the CMOS. But don't do the drops, the iodine drops, because they are too concentrated. CMOS is the best way to get your iodine. Thyroid plays an important role, and you need iodine to make thyroid hormones. But don't do the drops because they could be toxic and bad for you. So magnesium, zinc, boron, and selenium. Selenium, Brazil nuts. This tree nut is an excellent natural source of the mineral selenium and a great testosterone booster. All you need is 2 Brazil nuts per day. They also have some iodine in them, by the way. Coconut oil makes you less hungry throughout the day. If you don't like coconut, use MCT oil, medium chain triglycerides. It's made from coconut oil. Put it in your smoothies or your food. And you need protein. You need a lot of protein. I mean, there's no way around it. I mean, fruit doesn't have very much protein in it. Drinking cold water. Drinking cold water increases your metabolic rate for like an hour. Eat hot chili peppers and hot stuff, spicy food, which burns fat. Spicy foods also make you less hungry. Fiber. Fiber boosts metabolism. Pretty much any raw food. Ginger. Ginger. Ginger decreases blood glucose levels. It helps reduce cortisol, raises body temperature. It burns fat. It increases energy. It helps manage glucose levels. It increases gastric juices, helps bloating if you got bloating issues. Ginger. Respiration and circulation. It helps absorb nutrients. It lowers blood sugar. It increases metabolism, sometimes up to 20% for 3 hours. And it increases testosterone, obviously, as a result of that. Lemon, whole lemon. You remember I did that video where I threw a whole lemon in the blender, the pulp, the rind, everything? So powerful. Not just for vitamin C, it helps kill cancer with some water. You got to put it in water in there too. It improves digestion. Of course, use nature's wild berry to make it taste like lemonade. That's at marcusberry.com. Cucumber. It reduces blood sugar. It helps you lose weight. More fiber equals less estrogen. Sulfur gets rid of estrogen. So onions, garlic, durian, MSM. Don't eat the same food all the time. So different types of gut bacteria grow. Don't eat fats and carbs at the same time. When you eat carbs, insulin makes your cells open up to receive nutrients. And if there's a lot of fat, the fat goes into the cell, making you fat. So in other words, insulin helps store fat. Examples of this combination are pizza. You got your wheat and your cheese, so you got your carb and your fat. Cheese sandwiches, you got your carb and your fat, right? You got potatoes with butter. That's a carb and a fat. You got a rice and fatty sauce. That's a carb and a fat. Fried starches, carb and a fat. Sarcopenia, muscle loss with aging. You need more protein. Muscles help control insulin. I'm just rattling stuff off here. I know I'm just skipping all over the place. I'm just trying to pull things out of my head here. Testosterone is a vital hormone in the body. It's just so important. It influences numerous tissues, not just the reproductive organs. It plays an important role in building muscle, cardiovascular health, overall hormonal balance, as well as mood regulation, and you're influencing your metabolic rate. So it totally affects your metabolism. One of the main things you need to get right in your diet is your intake of healthy dietary fats. Most people try to avoid fats. You need fats to be healthy. You need it. Healthy fats, not bad fats. Not all fats are bad. Testosterone production relies on fats to form its structure. Steroid hormones such as testosterone use fatty acids as a vital building block. You can't just start consuming any fat, of course, because there's good fats and bad fats. And expect good results. It has to be of the healthy kind, so like olive oil and coconut oil. Olive oil is, of course, the mainstay in the Mediterranean cuisine. Years of studies have shown that people who live in the Mediterranean region consuming olive oil in their daily meals were healthier with very small risks for developing cardiovascular disease. Men in the Mediterranean region are also well known for fathering lots of children, even into their very old age. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fats that help boost tea production, and long-term consumption can provide long-lasting vitality, virility. This old Greeks and Italians having kids when they're old. Anyway, one study found that within 2 weeks of using olive oil as the main dietary fat source, testosterone levels increased by as much as 20% on average. It has anti-inflammatory effects and promotes greater cellular receptiveness for testosterone. And so add like 1 to 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to your salad every day. Coconut oil is another great healthy oil for you. You should be getting more of. I know it contains saturated fats, but don't worry. There are numerous studies that show how saturated fats from coconut oil does not contribute to the development of cardiovascular disease. The saturated fats are in fact effective in boosting T levels in the body and improving overall health. Other benefits from coconut oil include increased metabolic rate, which is weight loss, obviously, raising levels of thyroid hormones. So if you got thyroid issues, coconut oil might be helpful for you. And enhancing cognitive performance, so you think better, your memory, and all that stuff, because your brain requires healthy fats. Celery. Celery is so powerful that the smell alone can raise T levels in your body. Celery contains 2 important plant sterols. These are androstenol and androstenone. Is that how I say that? Androstenone. The names alone already are indicative of their positive effect on the action and production of androgens. Celery also contains flavonoids that act as anti-estrogenic agents. So there you go. It helps with your estrogen levels. One particular flavonoid with this kind of action is called luteolin. Apigenin is also a natural testosterone booster. So eat like 2 celery sticks a day. Raw is obviously, or just put in your blender or whatever. I put it in my smoothie. I just blend it up. Pomegranates, lots of antioxidants. It improves blood flow in the body because it's a natural vasodilator, which relaxes blood vessels and thereby promotes better blood flow. Fenugreek helps improve creatine absorption. It reduces blood sugar and as such reduces sex hormone binding globulin levels, SHBG, which is a protein that swallows up circulating testosterone. So when levels are lower, it means you've got more free or available testosterone to hit your muscles and allow growth to take place. Fenugreek is also in my Man-Force formula, of course. So I suggest for libido, make this drink. 3 cloves of garlic, ginger, pineapple, and a cup of water. Just try it, okay? Or try watermelon, ginger, garlic. That's good too. And to raise metabolism, you should do push-ups, squats, shoulders, and pull-ups. Again, one of the biggest killers of testosterone is stress, so minimize that in your life. At least minimize it if you can't get rid of all of it. Stop eating 3 hours before bed. Go to sleep early. Get your sunlight. Walk at least 10,000 steps a day. Exercise and eat right. I mean, the most powerful things that help this is, again, the simple stuff. It's not paying for shots and creams. It's the stuff that, sunlight, exercise, sleep properly, eat right. The basic stuff is what gives you the health that you desire so badly, and it doesn't cost anything. So I hope I think of everything. I think I got most of it. So there you go. That's what helps you. If you got testosterone problems, you got to change your diet and lifestyle. It's that simple. And just be healthy, and you'll be amazed. The simple stuff. Cold showers, sunlight, sleeping. It's not expensive. Pills, creams, drugs, hormone replacement therapy. The things that we don't take seriously, that we don't do enough of, that are free, are usually the things that we're lacking that can help us. Keep that in mind. I'll see you in the next week. Bye-bye. And all this information was free. You didn't have to pay $3,000. Buy my program and I'll show you how to eat fruit. Hey.